So it's MWC24 in Barcelona again, a very packed show this year. I'm with Abdu Mudesir. He is the CTO at Deutsche Telekom. Abdu, great to see you again. Thanks very much for joining us out of your very busy schedule.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, as always.
So, as we've all witnessed, artificial intelligence is really kind of the key theme here at the show, something that everybody's talking about. How is the use of AI impacting Deutsche Telekom's technology and operational strategy? I mean, sure, this is something you've been working with for years already. So.
No, look, I think artificial intelligence is the talk of the town, if you look at MWC, and rightly so, right? So generative AI has been on everyone's lips, and we love that because it brings a lot of opportunity. But let's be clear. The way we view artificial intelligence for us is as a continuum of the predictive artificial intelligence we've been doing the last years,
right,
and the generative, which is coming, which is really bringing a lot of UX capability and gives us the chance to even go the next level. So for us as Deutsche Telekom, both are important, and in the predictive space, we've spoken quite a lot about. I'm so proud of what we're doing with our plan, build, and operate process. For example, our fiber rollout in Germany, the planning, the surface detection being done with really machine learning. Okay. That's a good progress that we've seen, which gave us 75% productivity increase, which is an amazing result already that we've seen. Now that helps us also to clean up our data, to be ready to be able to use now generative AI. The way we view that actually is into fold. One, we are takers. So we will take the large language models that are out there that gives us the capability and work with our partners to really use them on really use cases. And that we've started to do. Again, on the fiber, we have now a fiber chatbot that allows our partners out there who are digging for us or our own employees to be able to ask in natural language questions that usually they would have needed to read 90,000 of PDF. Wow. And that's something we have out there. And again, also on Frag Magenta or Ask Magenta, we have integrated Gen AI. We had last month 400,000 calls being taken care of by our Magenta chatbot, which is now enhanced with GPT. But so this is the taker aspect. We see our role also as a shaper. We shape the industry by taking the foundation models and fine-tuning it with the network data or teleco-specific data. And that's something we are now doing with our partners, SKT, and everyone else that the alliance that we have introduced. Yep. So that's how we see it. It's an amazing time, a great opportunity, and we are in the middle of it.
Absolutely, and yeah, I mean, it really is. It's advancing so quickly as well. Exactly. It's incredible. The acceleration is incredible. Now, something else that, of course, is accelerating is data traffic volumes on everybody's network. How is Deutsche Telekom planning to deal with these growing volumes of data and the video traffic that's weighing heavy on your network? What's the best way to optimize your network to handle this?
Look, I think first and foremost, we have built the best network. We win all benchmark in fixed access, mobile, all of that. And we want these networks to be used. As you said, our data consumption is doubling every 3 years. So it's really huge increase of capacity demand that we have. And we have to be smart. So we use wherever AI to be able to plan effectively. We have now AI for CapEx planning, but also let's be realistic. AI is not the solution for everything. And sometimes we just have to go out and build the base network, invest money, and which we do right now significantly in fixed and mobile, and find optimizations, which means technologies going in mobile access, for example, to more massive MIMO, massive multiple input, multiple output. On the fixed access, going into fiber, and that's how we address the massive increase of traffic as well.
Okay. If we can talk now about Deutsche Telekom's cloud infrastructure strategy, I mean, do you run a private cloud platform for your 5G core or other functions? or are you using public cloud platforms as well, or mix of both?
Yeah. So our cloud strategy has been consistent over the years, which is to say we have a multi-cloud strategy. We will use for our IT workload, we've been using the public cloud. And then we have some NT functions, which are very IT-like, more OSS kind of NT functions, for which we use also public cloud, or even we're working with the hyperscalers on edge deployment.
Okay.
Now, if you look at specifically your question on our 5G core deployment, both in Germany and in our European operation, we actually are using our private cloud, which is vanilla Kubernetes, specifically customized for our need. Do we believe we will be able to scale this globally? No, but this gives us an option while the industry is evolving to be able to address our specific need of a very highly sensitive data, customer data, that we can't get out of our own premises, and also the performance requirement that we have.
Okay. So one of the things we've talked about in the past as well, and which actually has kind of risen up again here at MWC24 as a core topic is Open RAN.
Yes.
We've been talking about this for years, but things are really picking up again now. Lots of activity. How do you see the Open RAN sector progressing, and what still needs to be done to accelerate developments in Europe even further?
Look, first off, we've been talking very long about it. But to be honest, in 2023, we've seen a significant push thanks to some of the announcements that we've seen. We welcome that. I've always been very clear that this is not a race for me. It's not who comes out with the first marketing message. It's about us shaping the ecosystem jointly as an ecosystem to create option space so that we have a multi-vendor deployment or the ability to deploy multi-vendor whenever we see it fit. And so that's where we've been focused, on having multi-vendor deployment like we have it right now in Germany, where customers are serving in such a small scale, very clearly. We start to scale it up next year, the next couple of years. What does it need to be scaled? I think right now it has reached a maturity level where we feel comfortable to be able to scale it. Of course, commercially, it's always commercial. You have to negotiate and find the right total cost of ownership. But in terms of performance, we feel comfortable. It's time now in the next 1 or 2 years to really start scaling at significant level.
Okay, so you feel things are now pushing along, that there's greater weight behind the reasons for adopting Open RAN?
I think, look, to be very frank, right? So we have a very important players, Ericsson, Nokia, Samsung, on all of these. Now these are coming out and saying, hey, we are behind Open RAN. We want to be able to be Open RAN ready right now, or we are Open RAN ready. That's a good news to the industry. We haven't seen that from Ericsson in the last years, and we've seen that now, and we see their commitment more and more, and it's good. Nokia has always been with us on the journey. That's already a good, and Samsung the same way. And that's what the industry needs, and that gives me optimism also, not only based on the marketing message, but also our test performance that we're seeing in Germany and in European markets. I think it's time for it now to start scaling.
Okay. So of course, Open RAN is just one example of disaggregation of the network, and you've been talking for a while now about the need for radical automation and how that's needed to help disaggregation become a reality. How are those automation plans progressing? Where are you on that journey?
Look, thanks for this question, because I remember we had this chat as well last year, and I was telling you radical automation is really the critical ingredient that's required to make disaggregation work. We push disaggregation across the value chain, from fixed access, mobile access, routers, and all of that. And at the end of the day, the entire journey towards cloud requires a radical automation. One flagship example that we set out for ourselves as a vision was the next generation IMS. A very complex, IMS is a very complex animal, and we set out to really radically automate the way we really prepare software, roll out the CI/CD tool chain that's required, and the way we operate it. And I'm really glad, because last time we spoke, we were starting to migrate. We have now fully migrated Germany. including emergency calls. 17 million customers migrated noise-free, no incident. And the beauty is, we do change even during the day. We do significant, and we haven't done that before.
Right.
Because that gives me the automation, the ability to roll back much faster than the resilience that I got with all the test automation that we have. And that's something I see, this radical automation now in our operation. We are seeing it. We want to take this now further. That was voice. We're doing that now on 5G core, the way we deploy a harmonized way with Magenta CI/CD, but also in a really automated way. And we take that in the way we bring hardware into our network, provisioning, and the way we do capacity upgrade. It used to be a pain, 6 to 9 months capacity upgrade. Every time I spoke with our operation team, there's a prediction from our marketing, there's going to be more traffic. What do we do? Now we need to provision the network, 9 to 9 months. This was the timing. It's a minutes operation right now, auto scale. And I'm not talking about a vision. I'm talking about what's happening in our network in Germany today. And that's something we want to take it further. And this is, I'm really, really proud and happy where we are.
Okay.
But we want to be faster.
Okay. And so that project that's completed now,
NIMS,
that's the NIMS, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's been a work in progress for a couple of years, but you've reached.
We've migrated our customers, and it's very important. I mean, mind you, we are the biggest player in Germany. We have the entire fixed voice now running on a fully cloudified, automated way. I mean, thanks to our partners as well, who played a significant role in making this vision a reality.
Okay, excellent. So, I mean, I would imagine pretty much all of your partners are here. I mean, MWC. Yes. Lots of halls packed with companies that are developing technology for the networking, data networking sector. What are you looking for from these companies, from the vendor community now that can help to take Deutsche Telekom's strategy to the next level? Is there anything particular that you would like to see them working on and helping you out?
Look, we've talked a little bit about the challenges we're facing. You asked the question, how are we dealing with the capacity increase? I mean, if we continue, and they will continue, the need for our network increases, the capacity demand, our CapEx will explode. Our OpEx is exploding. Our networks are becoming too complex to manage. All this is a challenge. And now we have an opportunity with Gen AI that we've seen. AI is really coming to life. And I think it's very important to see these challenges that we describe, not as one operator challenge or a vendor challenge, as an industry challenge. And I called out a couple of months ago for us as an industry to reimagine the network. Honestly, the more I see and what I've seen in Barcelona, it gives me a hope using the AI and going back to the drawing board. We should be in a position to reimagine the network and be able to bring in a performance with a fraction of the cost, and also create new business opportunity that allows us to generate revenue. And that's something I'm looking forward from our industry partners.
Okay, well, that's what everybody ultimately wants to hear. You know, where are the new business cases from all the work that the networks, the teams are doing, and all the investment that's been put in. You know, the returns are what everybody's looking for now.
Let's reimagine the network jointly.
Okay. Abdu, great to see you as ever. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Look forward to chatting to you again soon.
Thank you. Thank you, Ray.